He's a Stony Brook student now, but will he be a future contender in the 2012 Olympics? Here's Eric Liu's photo essay on archer Patrick Uwe.
Hi, my name is Patrick Uwe. I'm a student here at Stony Brook University, and I do archery. We shoot a FIDA-style archery, which is basically target archery, and it's a very formal style of archery where you have set distances and there's men and women's division and very organized. I've always been an archery person since I was a kid. I used to have my own little paper arrows and little paper bows that I used to make. I picked up my first bow in 6th grade. I was actually really bored, so decided to pick up a bow. Unfortunately, my parents had never let me get a bow, so archery lay dormant. That was when I went off and I bought my first bow, and one of my friends got me into target. I shot my first competition maybe 3 months after I bought my Olympic-style bow. From there, it basically evolved into, like, I met my coach. My coach, he didn't make it into the '92 Olympics because he had a heart attack right before. He's the person who coaches me now. So I get Olympic-style coaching. And basically my goal is I want to try to fulfill his unfinished work. I have high hopes for even making the team for the 2012 Olympics, or even being invited to the Olympic trials for 2012. It'll be great. It's a great sport to pick up, definitely. It's a Zen sport, so it's the only opponent you have is yourself. And improvement is completely based on how much you put into it. And honestly, you don't need unlike other sports, you don't need a team. You don't need another person to practice with. As long as you have a target and a good mindset, you can go out there and be great at it.
Still ahead in SBU TV News, a bodybuilder and a beer brewer.
Stony Brook University's last game of the season brought a diverse crowd to the stands.
It's the Community Service Club. We do community service. We do things like this that are on campus for the school, at football games and things like that, but we also do things off campus, like we paint elementary schools at inner city and elementary schools, things like that.
Students, parents, and alumni were excited and happy the Seawolves were winning, and that many people came out to support the team. Despite the chilly weather, it was no contest against the school spirit that was shown that day.
Welcome to Stony Brook for me. It just gets my blood flowing. It really does. We bleed red. We bleed Stony Brook red. Graduated in May. Great to be back. The field looks beautiful. The score looks beautiful, and I'm happy to be here.
These fans had a lot to be happy about as the Seawolves beat the Liberty with a score of 36-33.
Welcome back to SBU TV News. Brewing beer can be a lot of fun, but do you know about the process behind it? Find out now in Alexandra Flahive's video story.
My name is David DeTuris, and I'm the head brewer of John Harvard's Brew House. I never, ever imagined myself becoming a brewer. This was kind of a right place, right time kind of opportunity that came along for me. I was working a few other jobs, and I had days free when they needed an assistant brewer here, and I wound up getting an interview, and it just worked out, and it became a career. Brewing is like 2 hours of actual intense work, and then like 4 hours of waiting for processes to finish or happen. It's creative, it's fun. It's not your everyday 9 to 5 sitting at a desk or restaurant managing, coming in at 4 and going home at 3. You know, I get to exercise a lot of creativity. I get to do something that creates a product at the end of the day that I can enjoy. But there's a lot of floating around time, doing other things while you're brewing. Most of it's, you know, planning out what something's going to cost, trying to get products for cheaper, doing inventories. It's hard to make a truly unique beer because there's 1,000 gazillion beers out there. It's essentially making a liquid, boiling it, adding a few products, fermenting it with yeast at the proper temperatures. And if you know how to do these few factoring steps, it's very simple. I've created, since I've started here, probably 20 to 25 brand new beers that have never been seen here before. Pale ale is my recipe, the light is my recipe, they're all my recipes. Pumpkin spice has all the spices that you would put into a pumpkin pie. It's got nutmeg, ginger, cinnamon, allspice, and stuff like that. No one tells me when to come in, what to make, how to make it. There's no rules as far as the beer goes. As long as it's beer on tap, I'm doing my job. And I get to decide what beer is on tap, when it goes on tap, how it's made, when it's made, and that's pretty cool. I don't always want to be the guy stirring the pot, per se, but I'd like to be the guy coming up with the ideas to get stirred in the pot. I'm a very laid-back kind of guy. I believe in all aspects of life, you should never take anything too serious, even at your most serious moments. If you can't laugh or have fun with something, then you shouldn't be doing it.
She defies all stereotypes as a female bodybuilder. Here's Dominique Batiste's video story.
I'm a fitness manager. I've been a fitness manager since '05. Aside from being a fitness manager, I'm also a lightweight female bodybuilder. I actually started bodybuilding in 1999, wow, when I was 19 years old. So a bodybuilding show one day, and I said, I could do that. Then I actually just jumped into one. When I'm preparing for a show, I normally give myself 3 to 4 months for a bodybuilding show. It's twice a week, it's just straight legs, then it goes to back, then it goes to chest. Then I have like a leg day from there, back to arms, back to legs, and the 7th day being cardio. I'm one of the competitors who, when I'm on stage, I just don't flex. I entertain the crowd, so I've always been a crowd pleaser too. I did qualify for the Nationals twice, but did not go because it was in my early stages, so it was just great to have the title, oh, I qualified for the Nationals. Along with bodybuilding, I always tell people, if you're not physically and mentally ready to prepare for a show, not even to do a show, to prepare for a show, don't do the show. 2 shows a year is doable if you have time in between. Like next year, in a couple months, I'm thinking about doing one in the beginning and one in the end. But these shows back to back, I wouldn't advise for anybody to do that. Somebody said, oh, you're on steroids. But I'm not, so I actually took it as a compliment because guys or girls saying, oh, me being a vegan and how I look, you know, is not feminine. What's feminine? What's the definition, you know? Because I'm not girly. I could be a girly or dressed up if I want to be. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel that I am doing something. I'm looking the part I want to look. I've always said since I was little, I used to always say, at least 3 kids. And yes, when that day comes, when I'm pregnant, I will be working out every day up until that day. It's, you know, it's what you make of it, and I love this sport, and even if it's a male-dominated sport, I'm going to continue to do my part and get my face and get on that stage and keep pushing those weights.
We thank you for joining us today, and we hope you have a great day.
We'll see you back here on Channel 20 next month.
And now, we leave you with student shouts.
I hit the stock market.
Selling tacos in the taco stand.
Probably retail.
Clean toilets.
Probably like, maybe like a food attendant. Probably a restaurant worker, because I don't like little creatures crawling around. Like a McDonald's person, I guess. I wouldn't want to work in a McDonald's store, but I guess if that was the only type of income that I can actually make, I would have to.
And Bella, what kind of job would you get?